person that you stole, outgrowing what you wanted, loving life as a mystery. I know now just how good it feels to truly be free. I am changing, rearranging my life. I am trying to take back what is mine. You don't have to see to believe. I can do it, I'm gonna fight. I am growing into what's right at my own time. So don't expect the girl you knew to mold and bend to fit your view. I've rigged the game and made my rules. Now all that's left to do is start changing and rearranging my life. I am trying to take back what is mine. You don't have to see to believe. I can do it, I'm gonna fight. I am growing into what's right at my own time.
I was born to a cruel world. Brightly colored leaves suddenly turn brown and die, falling to the ground with no sound. Cold seeps in each night, burying me in darkness. My entire life so far has been here, in Cold Creek, a small, rural town in New England. I didn't choose this place. I don't call it home. I've never considered myself an interesting sort of person. If anything, I was that person you walked by and didn't notice. I never minded. It is better sometimes not to be seen. But even people who disappear in the light still hold dreams of a new life, one with excitement, passion, comfort, and love. I always dreamed of a small house built with beauty and love, just like the family that lived inside. I just never knew the price I would have to pay. No one teaches you that. Instead, you learn how to lie, to hurt those that are close to you to get what you want. All the time you wonder if it was worth the pain, the death, to get your very own house of dreams.
Who speaks like that? But nice house, right? Just like in all the good stories, we have to rewind a bit. My story starts like this.
This is the home I started in. Well, not really, but we'll get to that later. This is the home I remember. My parents are the Beaumonts, Frank and Mary. They have 2 daughters, Vivian, or Vi as she likes to be called, and me. What can I say about life in the Beaumont household? A whole lot, actually. You could say it was the most defining time of my entire life, or you could say it was demanding. Either way, it was unforgettable.
It's my birthday today! Well, to be fair to my parents and sis, I never celebrated it much. It was too much focus on me. And as you can imagine, that was never a good thing in this house.
I love this new top I got yesterday. Doesn't it look great on me?
Oh, yes. Hemp Hills always has a good sale.
Oh, Mother, you know I don't buy off the bargain rack. I got this for $50 in the junior section.
Nothing but the best. You're learning from a fine teacher, Vi, dear.
Miss Wilkins, my guidance counselor, wished me a happy birthday today.
Ivy, that was rude interrupting us. Eat your dinner and clear the table. I saw the most sterling shoes the other day. I was going to buy them, but they didn't have my size.
Both of you need to shut up. Enough. Mary, stop spending our money like it's growing on trees. You have enough shoes.
Frank, a girl can never have too many shoes. I've been good. I didn't even get Ivy a birthday gift.
Funny, calling yourself a girl. You! Give me a beer.
Mother, this roast is very good.
It would have been better, but the stove is on spritz. I did see one at Al's Appliances when I was on my way back from Hemp Hills today.
The stove is fine, Mary. Maybe there's something wrong with the cook.
Frank, Ivy's a terrible cook, but that stove is garbage.
There's nothing wrong with the stove. We're not getting a new one.
The stove is a dinosaur, and I want a new one. I will buy a new one.
You do not want to start with me right now, Mary. You really don't. You. Things were fine until you got here. You brought this on yourself. I'm teaching you a lesson.
Vi, my sister, is a lot of things. Nice isn't one of them. You would all call her a certain name, and you're all thinking it. But that's in the past for me now. And I need to cut my sis some slack. It wasn't easy growing up in Cold Creek. Oh, and don't get too attached to sis. She'll be out of this story before you know it. I heard there was a party tonight at Nancy Jordan's. A fire pit?
Yeah? What's it to you? Like you're invited.
I overheard her in history class. She said her parents are going away and anybody could go.
Oh my God, you're so stupid. I'm gonna tell Mother and Daddy if you go. You won't be allowed out of the house for a month if they find out.
But Hudson's gonna be there.
God, you're so pathetic, Ivy. He's not interested in you. He is way more into girls that can speak to him, not girls that are way too shy and just stare at him all the time. Jesus.
I do talk to him. I have talked to him.
You know what? You should go, actually.
Really?
Yeah, of course. And you know what? I'll help you talk to Hudson.
This is the night of the infamous fire pit party at Nancy Jordan's house. Honestly, you don't need to see this nonsense. Typical teenage party, too much drinking, etc., etc. All you really need to know, listeners, is that I have arrived with my sister Vi. Hudson came, but Vi made sure I didn't get to speak with him. And yes, it was cruel and humiliating because teenagers. My sister did a good job to make certain I was embarrassed. She spilled the entire cup of beer on me, but not before talking to Hudson and making me believe he liked her. It was a whole thing. But hey, something good did come of it, if you can believe it. That's when Hudson started writing to me.
This check needs to be deposited.
Yeah. At least we still have this to cover your shopping sprees while it still holds out.
What? If you get off your butt and provide for your family, we wouldn't have to depend on that money.
Honestly, woman,
You're gonna have to do something, Frank. I am not getting a job.
heaven forbid you get to the point where you can't go to the mall.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know what I mean, Mary. You don't want to start with me right now. You really don't want to start with me.
That's it, Frank. Drink your problems away.
I have to do something to help me deal with you. Get off my back.
You know what's gonna happen? If you were a real breadwinner, we'd be prepared.
That's it.
What's it, Frank? You know as well as I do that they're only paying to the end of school.
If you know what's good for you, we're done talking about this. What's that crapola?
It's not crapola. I went to Hemp Hill and they had the loveliest sale. I got a new hat and an exquisite blouse for Vivian.
What the hell, Mary? You gotta stop spending money like I'm printing it in the basement.
Well, maybe if you were a better provider or not so tuned into your beer and boob tube.
Don't start with me, woman. I work hard. It's been slow. What's for dinner?
Whatever, Frank. We're having pot roast for dinner. I asked Ivy to take it out and start it for me. I don't smell anything cooking. Ivy! Ivy! Where is that girl? Ivy! There you are. I told you to start the pot roast at 3 and I don't want to hear no excuses, girl.
I'm sorry, Mother. It was still frozen, and Hudson was...
You had time for a boy and not what I asked? Typical.
Why the sad sack look, Ivy?
Your sister disappointed me again. She was supposed to get dinner started, but a boy was her priority. Enough of that. Bye, look at this beautiful blouse I got for you. Isn't it just darling?
Oh, Mother. It's cute. But, I told you, I don't wear purple. It doesn't go with my eyes.
That's it! Damn it, woman! All of this stuff's going back to the store. The money's running out! When are you gonna come to your senses?
I'll go start supper, Mother.
This is your fault. You ain't going nowhere.
Frank, I'm not returning any of these.
Don't you make any declarations. This is my castle and I'm the king.
Daddy, please, I'll go start supper now.
What? You ain't going nowhere. You didn't start my supper because there was some boy around here sniffing around like a dog in heat. You always take, and you never give back.
Ivy, go in the kitchen. I'll deal with your father.
Shut your trap, Mary. This isn't about you. It's not always about you.
Ivy, get in the kitchen now.
I told you, you better not leave this room. Where are you going, you little bitch? You never listen. You always take and don't give back. We're gonna end up living on the streets because of you. Always spending my money trying to live the high life.
Frank, stop.
And that boy, every time that boy comes sniffing around because you're pretty, you're nothing. You'll always be nothing.
future, oh, it waits for me inside the person that you stole. Outgrowing what you wanted, loving life as a mystery. I know now just how good it feels to truly be free. I am changing.
Ivy, I'm so sorry about the fire pit the other night. I wanted to say hello, but I felt like you would reject me if I walked up to you with all those other people from school there. Especially your sister, Vi. She is not a nice person. I'm sorry, I know she's your sister. Never mind. I'm sorry about that. I felt like you wanted to speak with me at school and never did. I know how difficult your life is, and I understand that all of these makes it more complicated. I'm sorry for that too. I was afraid at the fire pit. Ivy, I know we used to be close friends when we were younger, and I hope we can still be friends. I really do like you, Ivy. And maybe someday we can talk to each other. I would really like that. Your friend, Hudson.
I can't believe this is happening.
Well, you stupid idiot. There's a reason I've been telling you to stop your crazy spending sprees. Finally, you're realizing the money's not going to last forever.
I can't believe this, Frank. If you had been a better provider, we wouldn't be in any of this mess.
Same old story, Mary. Don't lay this on me, woman. We both knew this day was coming. It ain't my fault.
What are you talking about, Frank? You're not saying it's my fault. It's not, damn it.
Stop it, Mary. We both agreed to this years ago. We knew this day was coming. Now we just have to face the facts.
Don't worry, it's almost over. At least this part of my life has a clear ending. Before we continue, though, I have one request. Forgive them. I have.
It's been a week since Frank and Mary Beaumont died in a tragic car crash. We had their funerals and appropriately mourned. I tried to make things better between Vi and I. It's still a work in progress. But still, even from the grave, Frank and Mary still know how to make my life unbearable with all of this paperwork. Yes?
I was hoping to speak with Ivy.
How can I help you?
I'm Bill Tompkins. I represent Calvin Decanter. I have a message for you.
Real niece? Live with my family? I'm sorry, I'm very confused.
May I come in? I know this may come as a shock to you. Your real mother, Mr. Decanter's estranged sister, Margaret, she disgraced the family and she was sent away. She unfortunately died of a scandal with an older gentleman. This may come as a surprise to you, but you, Ivy, are the result of a scandal. You're a Decanter, not a Beaumont.
What? But the Beaumonts?
It was a lot different back then. Your uncle was so ashamed of what his sister had done. It was a long and sordid story, and it's a decision he's regretted. The Beaumonts decide to take you in, and he provide the means to care for you.
You mean my whole life has been a lie? These people weren't really my family?
Yes, again, it was a decision he regretted, as he's become older and frail. Now he wants you to have the life that you were denied. Ivy, he wants you to come home.
Home? Home.
Are you done packing? We have to be at the bus stop in an hour.
Bye. I have something to tell you.
Really don't have time for this right now. Can't you just tell me on the bus?
I'm not going on the bus with you, Vi.
What do you mean you're not going on the bus? Aunt Shirley is waiting for us.
I'm not going on the bus. Aunt Shirley is not my aunt.
Nonsense. Just finish packing and stop this crap.
Vi, there was a man here earlier, and he handed me a note. He was a lawyer, and I didn't get to tell you until now. It's true, Vi. Your parents were not my parents. They took me in as a baby and raised me as their own, but I'm going to be with my real family now. I'm so sorry, Vi. Vi?
Well, I guess that's that. Fine. I don't need you. I never did anyway. Have fun with your family. I hope you have a good life, Ivy. I really do.
Here I am, ready to enter my brand new house of dreams. It was so magical back then, like a fairy tale princess headed off to her castle on a cloud. Wait, too many metaphors. It wasn't that enchanting, but you get the picture. Besides, isn't that why you're here? To watch and see the glory, and then slowly watch it rip me apart? I understand. It's just how these types of stories go. You know that author who loves her flowers in an attic? Yeah, that one. Boy, buses sure do take a long time, don't they?
Hello. You must be Ivy. Please allow me to welcome you to Fernrose Hall.
Yeah, this is gonna go just as you'd expect.
Well, I'm glad you made it. I was beginning to worry.
Sorry, my train was late.
Well, to be honest, I would have sent a car, but I gave the servants the day off. Everyone needs a bit of fun. Well, look at me going on. And you, Ivy, in a brand new house. With a new family you've never met before. I suppose it could be an exciting adventure or a terrifying prospect. But either way, here you are, and I am so very excited to meet you first. My name is Grayson Decanter, and I am your first cousin, as you are my aunt's child. My father's sister, to be precise. I was unaware of your existence until a few months ago. My father, your Uncle Calvin, certainly can keep a secret. I am not one for keeping secrets. Usually they come out, and that is neither pleasant nor comfortable for anyone involved. You should know that I'm an early riser. I like the freshness of the morning. You can meet the rest of the family tonight at dinner. It's held at 8 p.m. sharp.
8 p.m.?
We all get used to it. So, you must have a million questions.
Yes.
Good. A healthy appetite for answers is the mark of a good student.
What do you do?
I'm sorry?
For work?
Oh, of course. You have had a very uncharitable upbringing, Ivy. I feel for you. However, you do have a keen sense of discovering the truth, and that I find refreshing. I am Calvin Decanter's second-born son, and heir to Fernrose Hall. I don't say that latter part very often. My elder brother Asher is quite upset with my father for his choice of heir. You will soon discover that the Decanters, especially my father, relish causing unpleasantness within the family.
I hope not too much, Mr. Decanter.
I do not like gossip. A most irritating affair. However, I would be remiss if I did not make you aware of my brother's unique demeanor. Asher made some mistakes over the years that angered Father. It includes his wife, Audrey. Poor thing. She has some difficulty with their station in life. Of course, you needn't worry about all of that.
Are there any more family members?
My dear wife, Virginia. But everyone calls her Ginny, which I find simply splendid. She is most anxious to meet you, Ivy.
Why?
I've made you upset now. That was not my intent. Truly, you have nothing to worry over with Ginny. She's the most wonderful, charming, loving woman I know. Most of the time. Yes, you will make a fine addition to the Decanter clan. I do get too accustomed to everyone simply following me. I'll show you to your room. You won't be needing those, Ivy. Those were from your old life. Let's get started on your new one.
Mr. Decanter, I just couldn't.
I believe Grayson will be fine. After all, you are my first cousin. Some familiarity should be expected between us. Do you agree?
Yes, Grayson.
Is she here?
Yes, dear.
I don't belong here.
Of course you do. You're a Decanter, just like us all.
That's not what Audrey and Asher have to say.
The only difference between you and Audrey and Asher is that you have manners. Surprising as it may be, it is very encouraging. A lack of etiquette and rules can be trying for a person to deal with. I'm certain you understand. Remember, Ivy, Audrey and Asher thrive on making people miserable because they lack the compassion for understanding. You must never give them the satisfaction of allowing them to injure your confidence. However, we must never take pleasure in the misfortune of others.
Grayson's great, right? Let's try to keep it that way. I haven't met my Uncle Cal, and I've been here for a whole 2 days.
She's a problem.
She's a scared little girl. It's your brother that's the problem, Asher. Is this Grayson's new project? Like he doesn't have enough to handle that wife of his. Not to mention this entire estate.
Ugh, he gets everything. Ugh, I hate him.
Hating him won't get us the money. We need a plan. Not one of your stupid ones either. We have very little time left. What is his plan for bringing this girl here?
My father brought her here, not Grayson. He's just using this as an opportunity to make certain he retains the fortune.
We have to be careful about this. Grayson is watching us and protecting that girl.
Well, technically, this is your fault. Father hated your old profession on the streets, Audrey.
Asher, that was years ago. And do remind me how your father knew about my profession?
I don't know. I told you.
Exactly. It's Grayson. I know it.
I think you're wrong about Grayson. My brother's a lot of things, but he wouldn't do that. It would make him look bad. And he's all about what looks good. Maybe it was Father's lawyer. He knows too much about this family.
Bill Tompkins. Good idea. We'll use him. Look, we don't have to find out about her life. We just have to find out why she's lying. And expose her.
Who?
Ivy.
Right. So I called a lawyer.
Oh my god, yes!
Allow me, darling.
Well, she's quite a pretty girl, isn't she?
Darling, let's not talk about the poor girl while she's in the room.
Right. Appearances. How I do forget.
Of course. Ivy, you remember my wife, Virginia Collins Decanter?
Hello, cousin.
Don't be afraid, child. There's nothing worse than a young lady who's afraid of her own shadow. Believe me, it is unflattering.
Darling.
Come now, Grayson. You've stolen all of this poor girl's time since she's been with us. Tell me something about yourself, child.
Virginia Collins Decanter. Where do I start? But be forewarned, these stories can get a bit complicated. I was told to come here. I was told you all were my family.
That is correct, Ivy.
Tell me about your mother.
My love.
Shh. You already had your time.
I didn't know her. My mother, she died and I was given away.
To that horrible family, the Beaumonts, I believe?
Yes, did you know them?
No. But I can only imagine the way they lived, behaved. No manners.
It is best that we do not disparage those we do not know, Ginny.
My husband, the paragon of appearances and manners. Aren't you, darling? You must feel so out of place here, Ivy. There must be people, friends, you must have left behind.
No. Only.
I understand. You must have been something special.
Darling, you're frightening the poor girl. I think it's time to get ready for lunch, dear.
Oh, there's always time for something in this house. I wonder what time it will be to die.
They must always be polite in front of guests, darling.
Oh, Grayson, Ivy's not a guest. She's part of the family. Such a beautiful face. Ta-ta, cousin. Don't get lost. It's a big house.
Mr. Decanter, I insist on your father's privacy. This is a lot of personal information I'm not allowed to share with anyone, including his eldest son. Your father's affairs, until he's dead, will remain your father's affairs.
Look, Bill. Soon I'll know all my father's affairs. I just want some information on that girl. She's causing trouble. I want to know why she had to come here and why no one was informed of her existence until now. Bill, come on. What's really going on? My father's sister has a kid, and then what? No one says anything? I didn't even know my father had a sister.
I'm just a lawyer, Mr. Decanter. Not the answer you're looking for, is it?
After everything you've cleaned up in the past for my father, you can tell me what his game is.
Listen, Asher, I've cleaned up a lot for you in the past, too. I've kept your privacy, and I'll keep your father's. As far as the young lady's concerned, she's only trying to find out about her real family. I can only hope that she's happy, but other people's happiness is not the job of a lawyer. How is it? Let me say this. Death brings forth family secrets. My advice for you, stay out of the way. You live longer.
So we just wait. That's what we always do. Wait. Wait for Father to live. Wait for him to die. Always waiting.
And now we are waiting for Ivy to return from finishing school.
And yet still nothing ever happens.
Feeling sorry for yourself, Asher? That's not a flattering look on you.
I could say the same for you, Ginny.
Oh, yes, you could. But you still wouldn't get the money.
How dare you?
Now, dear brother-in-law, you're upsetting Grayson.
At least I'm not married to a washed-up beauty queen.
Tell me, Asher, where is your wife? Surely she'd like to be here in Father's time of need.
Audrey had a previous engagement.
Of course she did. That woman, she just does so much for all the charitable organizations in this town. I simply do not know how she finds the energy. But then again, Audrey's always been able to please her customer. I mean, charities.
Well, I'm finished. Quick note to my viewers, it's been 2 years. I graduated and I got an all expenses paid trip to Europe. Grayson's amazing, right?
I'm sorry I couldn't pick you up from the airport. I sent a car. I gave the servants the day off. You understand.
Of course, Grayson.
You must tell us all about your adventures. But right now, your Uncle Calvin is not doing well. Nurse Kent will be down shortly to tell us the news.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope it's good news.
That all depends on what you mean by good news.
Ivy, it is so good to see you, cousin. Well, I am so glad to see you, cousin. It has been dreadful in this house without you. Simply dreadful.
Thank you, Ginny.
Come, Ivy, we should wait for Nurse Kent. I'm certain you will want to hear the news as well.
Yes, let me put my things away first.
Ivy, I must say, look at you, all grown up and sophisticated. It is most flattering.
Thank you.
Mr. Decanter is not doing well. Any time now. Mrs. Decanter? Mr. Decanter requests your presence.
I'm very sorry, Grayson. I hope my uncle isn't in pain. I see things haven't changed much around here.
You must tell me of your travels. We shall go through the gardens. There must be something you missed around here.
Most of all, I missed you, Grayson.
Finally, one of our informants, Nurse Cant, spilled the tea. Obviously, your lawyer idea didn't work out. As usual. 2 years we waited for something about that girl. Finally, we have it. Well, told you that little brat would somehow be of use to us. And now, she can't deny what she was all along.
And Grayson can't deny it either.
Good morning, Ivy. I just wanted to stop by and give you this letter from your friend in Cold Creek. He is quite an avid letter writer. I hope this means we'll be meeting him soon. Ginny and I are looking forward to it.
Thank you, Grayson. That was very kind of both of you. I hope so too.
You will be attending the fire tonight?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I have these letters to deliver. I'll see you then.
Grayson, why are you delivering all this mail? You must have a dozen servants here.
Yes. I gave them the day off.
Of course. They must love working for you.
I fear no one enjoys working for another.
My dearest Ivy, I want to thank you and your cousin Grayson for inviting me to Ginny Decanter's birthday party, but unfortunately, I will be far away from Fern Rose Hall or even Cold Creek then. I'm going to work for a local pet shelter in Maine. I should be gone for the summer and back by fall. I hope I can meet your family and see you then. I wanted to let you know that I've been on the lookout for any new people in Cold Creek as you asked. I did find something strange a few days ago. There was a man and a woman that came to town. They were well dressed and had airs about them. That's what people have been saying anyway. They were asking all about you and the Beaumonts. I heard they were looking for Vi, but as I told you, she left with Randy from the burger joint years ago. That's all I know. I miss you and can't wait to be with you again. Your hometown love, Hudson.
Honestly, that is a very charming way to sign a letter. And yes, Hudson has been writing to me ever since I wrote to him about that fire pit all those years ago. He seems to be doing well, taking odd jobs around Cold Creek and beyond. Let's see. He had the Christmas tree farm, a bakery, and he volunteered at the homeless shelter because he's nice. And he also worked as a carpenter. He just does it all. I honestly can't wait to meet up with him again. We have so much to talk about. Anyway, welcome to the next summer at Fern Rose Hall. It was exciting, I have to admit, but not in a good way. Grayson's still Grayson, though. That's always a relief.
Honestly, get to the point, Audrey.
Fine. I know your little secret. The one Cal told you when you spoke to him.
Clearly, we have spies in this house.
Maybe I figured it out on my own.
I'll save you the trouble. I know where you got your information, so thank you.
What? How do you...
There was only one other person in the room when I spoke with Cal. Nurse Kent shall be fired by the end of the day.
And what if Grayson asks you why she needs to be fired?
Silly girl. I handle the servants, all of them. If I left it up to my dear, sweet husband, they'd hardly ever work. Or haven't you noticed?
He always gives them the day off.
Precisely. Hurry along. I'm sure someone finds your company fascinating.
This isn't over, Ginny. I will tell Grayson.
You will not. You and I both know that.
It's all your fault, little gold digger.
Well, that was fun. Have you met Cal? Because I haven't. And you'd think my uncle who started this whole thing would want to meet me. But no. Anyway, on with my story. Another fire pit scene, and again, more nonsense. Just adult nonsense this time. Virginia Collins Decanter's birthday celebration turned into a family argument with me at the center. Of course. Still, no Uncle Cal. Though not surprising. Asher showed his jealousy over my European vacation. But hey, Asher didn't finish school, and if you don't finish school, you don't get a European vacation. Oh well, those are the rules, at least around here. I did find out that Ginny has changed a lot in the years I was gone. She's actually pleasant. I mean, really nice to be around. She seems to truly be happy I'm home. As for Asher, who knows what his problem was, probably Audrey. Unfortunately, Asher picked a fight with Grayson and stormed off, demanding Grayson follow him in the house for a talk. Unbelievable. So, you're all caught up for now.
Everyone is so paranoid these days. This is no way for a family to live.
When were we ever a family, Grayson? All you ever wanted to do was impress Dad.
You may not believe this, Asher, but I never wanted to impress our father. I simply desired to do well.
And I didn't?
Let us not rehash the past. It can be so tedious. You said you needed to speak with me.
Yes. Wait. I need to think.
I know I may appear idle to you, Asher, but I am truly a busy man.
Listen, brother, you don't have the slightest idea what's happening, do you? You just wait until you find out. Everything you believed in, everything you held to be true will be tested. Believe me. Trust me, Grayson. Everything you own will be gone, and it'll belong to me. All of this awful, terrible estate will belong to me. Fernrose Hall will finally be free of your clutches. You have no idea how much of a reckoning is coming for you. You think I'm bluffing, Grayson? You're wrong. There's so much happening, so much that's going to bring you down. This is about Ginny. This is about our father and Ginny. And it's so much more than being just about her. You need to ask your wife.
Why do you wish to harm me? To harm Ginny? There is no cause.
Because, dear brother, you were always better than me. Hurting you is my favorite game. Don't you remember as kids how much I enjoyed torturing you? That's Ivy. Your precious Ivy. She's here to help you. But she can't help you.
Excuse me. My love, I must ask you to tell me what is making you so sad. You know I would do anything to make you happy. You must tell me.
I am fine, Grayson, but thank you for your concern.
Ginny, I must insist. Thatcher has brought something to my attention. However, he has not mustered the courage to tell me himself. He suggested I speak with you or Father.
No. Grayson, please do not speak with Cal.
Truly, you are giving me no choice.
I've wanted to tell you for days, ever since your father first spoke the words to me. I just don't know how.
Please.
It's a lie, a horrible, hideous lie. But just the same, I must confess. Darling, I love you so much. I just never wanted you to see who I really am. The terrible part of myself that I tried to keep hidden. But if I am going to do this, I need to do it now or I will lose all conviction. When I was a girl of 15, I came here to Fernrose Hall as a servant. It was a good job for a girl with no prospects. It wasn't soon after I arrived that I discovered Calvin Decanter had different ideas about what a servant girl would do. Grace and I married you to seek revenge on your father.
Ivy is your daughter. You lied to me.
I didn't know I would fall in love with you.
Ivy is your daughter with my father?
He raped me. I didn't have a choice. How was I supposed to tell you? How was I supposed to tell Ivy after everything?
No! Why? You are all liars and deceivers, and I hate this house! Ugh!
Ivy!
So here I am, back in Cold Creek. Let me catch you up on my life. It's been 2 months since I left Fernrose Hall and the Decanters behind forever. I don't like to think much about my time there, but too often, I find myself wondering about Grayson and how he is doing. I even think about my mother, sometimes. No, I can't think about that now. I mean, look at this house.
Hudson bought me a house, right? I love him.
This is my very own house of dreams, and I can't believe Hudson surprised me with it when we saw each other again. I guess all those jobs worked out. Mostly, I work at the local pet store to make some money. I like it, but I'm finding out there are many more things that I do like. For instance, baking. I never knew I would be so good at it. I think things have worked out for the best, and I would never be a decanter. Now, I just wait for Hudson to get home from a job upstate, and we keep our lives simple.
Hello, Ivy. Is this any way to greet your long-lost sister? Aren't you gonna invite me in?
Vi, why are you here? You want something.
Let me cut to the chase. I did some not so good things, and now I owe some people who are not nice a lot of money. Ivy, they're going to do something to me if I don't pay up.
Vi, I can't help you. I honestly don't have the money you need.
Okay. Okay. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to get the money from somewhere else, and then bring it here and I'll come back. Okay? Great. Good. See you later, sis. Good luck. For your sake.
Ivy.
Grayson, I never thought I'd see you here.
And where is that avid letter writer of yours? Hudson, I believe his name is. I was hoping I'd get to meet him today.
Hudson is upstate right now. He'll be home next week. Unless he decides to work with the catering company. They always need extra hands.
Well, he's a hard worker, I'll say that. He could use a day off, though. I think it's good advice for anyone.
Of course.
Ivy, I must apologize for the awful way things were settled at Fernrose Hall. I have come here today for a purpose, Ivy.
Uncle Cal has died. I'm so sorry, Grayson, for your loss. I'm glad I never met him, considering he was my... Oh, I cannot say it.
I understand. Truly. You should be made aware of some truths about your mother. I believe it matters, Ivy.
Grayson told me the entire truth about my horrible Uncle Cal. It had to be terrible for my mother to experience it, and for Grayson to hear about what his father had done. We don't need to rehash the past, since all of you saw it already, but I was grateful to Grayson for giving me the knowledge.
I hope all has been explained and you have everything you need to make a good decision about the will reading. It will happen soon. I'll send you a notice. It is, of course, your decision. But Ivy, I would very much like to see you there.
Thank you, Grayson, for telling me the truth about my mother. It does matter.
Ivy, you are truly dear to me. I want you to know that before I leave today.
I know, Grayson. And thank you again.
Of course. We are family.
You are so pathetic, Ivy. You know you'll never be a decanter. Never.
Okay, so let's get started. Oh, motherfucker. I knew I had this.
Ivy, I am very sorry about every...
She's my mother. Of course I forgave her. After all, she still has to live in that house with those two freeloaders who I don't think are leaving anytime soon.
As many of you know, Calvin Decanter was a strong, vibrant man for a lot of years. His business prowess has no rival. This allowed him to amass quite a fortune. He only owns 2 deeds at this point, one for Fernrose Hall and carriage house associated with it, and Decanter Factory. All of the other properties have been successfully liquidated.
Did you know Father sold all those other properties and houses?
I did.
Grayson is correct. By rights, Grayson owns none of these properties, including Fernrose Hall. He's merely been a resident and a caretaker.
You think it's intense now? Just wait.
What I'm about to reveal to you are your father's wishes. There's no dispute to the legality of Calvin's will. I, Calvin Elias Decanter, do hereby leave the Decanter Factory and the business therein to Grayson Alistair Decanter. As to all my money, investments, and other liquid assets, including Fernrose Hall and the carriage house, as well as the land on which it resides, I bequeath to my beloved daughter, Ivy Decanter.
What? That little bitch gets everything. You've got to be kidding.
Shut up and sit down. I never wanted to be a decanter. I never wanted any of this. For once, you will listen to me. I know you and Audrey came to Cold Creek all those years ago to find something you could use against me. Hudson told me about your little visit when I returned. You lost, Asher. You failed. Think about that. You know what you did to this family. So for the last time, shut up! Please continue, Mr. Tompkins. I apologize for my family members.
I think that about wraps it up here. Thank you for your attention. And Ivy, I'll have to see you for some paperwork.
Yes, Mr. Tompkins.
Take all the time you need.
Well, 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 cousin. Great job inheriting the fortune. So tell me, what are you going to do with all that money?
Excuse me.
You will do wonders, Ivy.
Thank you, Ginny. Could I speak with
Oh, yes, of course, dear.
Grayson? I truly want you to know how much I appreciate you and what you have done for me. I want you to have Fernrose Hall. You deserve it. You're the master of that house. Everyone knows it, and it should continue that way.
You are truly a decanter, Ivy. anything else you want to be.
I kept the money. I'm not foolish. I decided to give Fernrose Hall to Grayson. I thought it was the right thing to do. Let's face it, I never wanted to live there. Right. I was never a Beaumont, and I could never be a decanter. I just want to live somewhere in my own house of dreams with you. I love you too. Sorry, Hudson, I have to go. There's someone at the door. I will. Thanks. Always so much paperwork. I'd never thought I'd be doing this again.
Ivy, I have to thank you for Fernrose Hall and, well, of course, everything else. You truly changed our lives.
I don't know about changing lives, but I hope you got rid of Audrey and Asher now.
Well, he is my brother. He does live in the carriage house now, though.
Perfect. So, Grayson, I like your new look. What happened to the head of Fernrose Hall who gave the servants the day off that I knew?
Everyone needs a little change now and again. Ivy, you of all people should know that. I do still give the servants days off, though.
Perfect. Again. Excuse me, please.
Who is this, Ivy? Did you dump Hunted already?
This is Grayson Decanter. He runs the Decanter business as well as Fernrose Hall. He is my friend and my family.
So this is who my sister was hanging out with in that fancy mansion.
Vi, tell me how much money you need.
Perhaps I can suggest that you state your business with Ivy and be on your way, Vivian. My wife used to do this trick. It wasn't amusing then, it's not amusing now.
Well, at least you did something right. Give me my money.
Vivian! When Ivy spoke of her time at Cold Creek and with you, I never truly could imagine how lifeless it must have been. Now I'm aware. I will solve this issue once and for all. Will that be to your satisfaction, Vivian? Good. It's settled. Now, Vivian, if you accept this gift, you agree to leave Cold Creek and never return. You will not contact Ivy or any of her family from this day forward. Is this agreement understood?
Done. Thanks.
Bye, sis. Forever.
But Grayson, I have the money from Cal's estate.
My dear Ivy, Vivian doesn't know that.
Well, here we are. Hudson and I have created a good life here. Yes, Hudson works a lot, but he did open his own Christmas tree farm right here in Cold Creek, and people love it. Vi honored Grayson's agreement, and I haven't heard from her since. I still visit Grayson and Ginny in the summer at Fernrose Hall, always my favorite time there. To be honest, I never thought I'd be at the end of my story. I suppose without all the pain, heartbreak, and turmoil, my house of dreams would never be a reality. Oh, and thanks for watching.
What's past is past. I feel like I am ready to control my future. Oh, it waits for me inside the person that you stole. Outgrowing what you wanted, loving life as a mystery. I know now just how good it feels to truly be free. I am changing, rearranging my life. I am trying to take back what is mine. You don't have to see to believe. I can do it, I'm gonna fight. I am growing into what's right at my own time. So don't expect the girl you to mold and bend to fit your view. I've rigged the game and made my rules. Now all that's left to do is start changing. Trying to take back what is mine. You don't have to see to believe. I can do it, I'm gonna fight. I am growing into what's right at my own time.
Well, you stupid idiot. There's a reason I've been telling you to stop your crazy spending sprees. Finally, something's gonna happen. Maybe some money. Finally, you're realizing the money's gonna run out. I don't even remember the first line this time. Well,
Wouldn't be in this mess.
Mary, I don't remember what my line was.
Same old
but
story.
Same old story. I knew.
It's my birthday today.
You can wait for action.
So Christina, in movie making as well as stuff, there's a thing the director says called action that prompts you to go forward with your dialogue, line, and action. Hey, there it is.
Can I have some Italian dressing, please?
Yeah. You're like the life of the party.
Oh, you know
Except you're not, because I'm the star. So.
Whatever.
That's gonna fall.
I got that on camera.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Cut that one.
Yeah, Frank.
Okay. Energy up. Be
Go ahead.
freaking rude.
Ready?
Fuck off.
Okay.
I got that.
Action.
That's my belly. You got it sticking out.
You gotta stop spending our money like it's growing in the basement.
Where's it growing?
It's growing in the basement.
That's where I want it to be, going in the basement.
Printing it.
Action.
I tripped. I'm so sorry.
Got that on camera.
We got that on camera.
Blooper.
Are you?
I'm rolling.
Okay, you can roll. Okay, this is
What do you do?
this is Vi's. Stop laughing. Yeah.
This is why we're here until 3 o'clock, Christina.
I'm sorry.
All right.
So I had like a disgusted. Yeah, you did. You had a disgusted look on your face.
I'm a hunter.
Okay, so hair in my hand.
I looked right at you, Dad.
I saw that.
Apologize. 110%. That was also awkward.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
But now, your Uncle Calvin?
One of us?
Yeah.
But Grayson, I have the money from Cal's estate.
My dear Vivian.
Vivian?
No, Ivy.
You can be Vivian now.
Okay, if he's gonna be quiet like that, action. God, wow, you got that in terrible. Okay. I'm recording.
Rolling.
Take 5. Wow. Action. What? Okay, stop. We're starting again.
Ivy, I have to thank you for Fernrose Hall. For Fernrose Hall. For
Vi, my sister, is a lot of things. Nice isn't one of them. You'll all be thinking.
Jack. Action. Honestly, get to the point, Audrey.
Fine. I know your little secret. The
Clear.
one you told Cal.
That was me.
So how's it going to run your multi-million-dollar decanter empire, Mr. Decanter?
It's easy.
It's almost better than what
I'm excellent at it. You have no idea.
And action.
My name is Grayson
Cut.
Decanter. Grayson Decanter.
Grayson Decanter.
Action.
My name is Grayson Decanter, and I'm your first cousin, as my aunt is your mother.
No.
I mean, it is.
It
It's
could,
correct.
it could
You
have
said it
worked.
wrong.
It could have worked.
One more time.
No, as
Action.
my name is Grayson Decanter, and I am your first cousin.
Sorry.
Cut.
My brother's a lot of things, but he wouldn't do that. Hi. Why are you waving?
I'm in the mirror.
Oh, I'd be like
We're all
this.
like the same.
I'm sorry, how did that go again?
Which one, the cat or this? We both did this at the same
The smack
time.
in the hands at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
ooh.
And then we went.
Actually, what if we high-fived?
Go ahead, do that right now.
That was a terrible.
Boom.
Don't be afraid, child. There's nothing.
Blooper, keep it.
Father sold off the houses and properties. I fucked up the line. Do it.
Fuck.
All right, and action.
No. That's funny.
And that works.
Yeah.
Print.
I'm sorry, I
Cut.
couldn't resist. I know we're all getting punchy.
Yeah,
now.
that's the day, guys.